Good morning, class 10 students. I welcome you all on this online digital learning platform provided by Jagriti Classes. We were doing our fourth chapter, that is, this is class 10th, chapter number 4, carbon and its compounds. And in the previous video, I have given you certain tasks, that is, we were discussing how to make the structures. Okay, so now today's topic would be making structures of various compounds which are given to you. How you can draw the structures of various compounds. Before that, I hope you have learned the table which I gave you about the prefix and suffix. That is the different prefix which are used, naming if you have one carbon, then you have the prefix to be meth. And if you have 3 carbons, you called it prop. If you have 10 carbons in your compound, then the prefix used in its name is dec. And similarly, if you have all the single bonds in your structure, then you put the suffix ethane or ane. And if you have triple bonds, you put yne, that is ine. So this structure making or structure determination is based on that concepts only. So firstly, if you have not gone through it, please go through that table and then you will easily able to explain all this what I'll teach now. So now we'll start with the first example. That is, if you are given, draw the structures, and similarly you will be asked in the exams, okay? This topic is not being cancelled out from your syllabus, that is from the revised syllabus of 2021. Only the part which is nomenclature of carbon compound, that is cancelled. So please do not be confused and do not omit this topic. This would definitely be asked in your exams. This is not omitted. I am repeating it again. This is all according to your revised 2021 syllabus, and this topic is of immense importance. So do not skip the topic. The topic would be draw the structures of the following compounds. Now the first compound which you are given is, I gave you certain compounds also, so let's start with the easy one. Let's suppose you have to draw the structure of propane. Now before actually starting with the structure, what you should know that this suffix and the prefix and the suffix contains what? So I told you earlier also, and I am repeating it, the prefix which is used, that is the prefix prop here. This prefix tell you number of carbons which are required in the structure or number of carbons present in your structure. So this prop stands for 3 carbons. So by knowing the prefix, okay, I have written all the prefix in my last video lecture. So while knowing the prefix, you can know the number of carbons which would be present in your compound. And the suffix ane, this is used to signify the term alkanes. And we have already discussed what do you mean by alkane. Alkane means in our structure only single bonds would be present. We will not have any kind of double or triple bonds. So propane means you have to draw a structure which contains 3 carbons and all the carbon would be joined by single bonds. And you know we are talking the structure of what? We are dealing with the structure of hydrocarbons. That means to complete the remaining valencies or the bonds, except carbon, what you have to join? Hydrogen. So this is pretty much easier that drawing the structure of hydrocarbon, you can get the number of carbons, you can get the type of bonds which are present in the structure itself from the name. And then you know that because we are dealing with hydrocarbons, you have only to attach hydrogen in the structures. You can't attach any other element, that is oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, anything. Only carbon and hydrogen would be included in the structure. So let's now actually start to draw the structure. So firstly, draw the number of carbons which you have in your structure. So because we have 3 carbons here, in the structure I am drawing my 3 carbon atoms, okay? So this would be the starting of structure of propane. Then because you know it is a alkane, and alkane contains only single bonds. So I'll join my carbon with the single bond. Single bonds mean single lines se I'll join all the carbons. So this, what I can make the structure from the name. This is my structure, drawing 3 carbons and attaching each carbon with a single line. Single line denotes single bond, that is alkane. Now I have told you earlier that each carbon has 4 hands. That is, the valency of carbon is 4. To gain stability, each carbon can attach with 4 other elements. We have also discussed it is not necessary that 4 different elements will be attached. If carbon makes a double bond, let's suppose if carbon joins with A through a double bond, then now out of 4, 2 bonds are already used up. So the remaining 2 will be joined by the different atoms. This is already been discussed in the previous classes. If carbon makes a triple bond with something, let's say if carbon binds with an element B, then out of the 4, 3 hands or 3 valencies are already used up. One remaining valency would be joined by another element like A. So this is what we have while we are talking about carbon. That is, carbon contains 4 bonds. So each carbon would be joined. All its 4 bonds or 4 valencies should be completed. So now let's start by drawing the valencies of each carbon. That is, for the first carbon, this is our first carbon. We have to draw its 4 bonds or 4 valencies. One bond is already used up in binding to the neighboring carbon. Remaining 3 I have drawn. And you know these remaining 3 bonds would be completed by what? By our hydrogen. So let's start by completing these bonds with hydrogen. So this first carbon, if I ask you this carbon is attached to what? You will say this carbon is attached through a single bond to its neighboring carbon, and then this carbon is attached through single bonds to the 3 hydrogen atoms. So this is what the first carbon is bonded to. Now coming on to our second carbon, that is next carbon. This next carbon will also have 4 hands or 4 valencies. 2 of its hands are already used up. The first hand combines with the previous carbon. The next bond or hand is used with the next carbon. Out of these 4, 2 are already bonded up or linked up. So we have the remaining 2 valencies of this carbon. And moving to the next, only 1 bond is made. So it has 3 more bonds remaining. And all the valencies which you have kept empty, these are the bonds or valencies. Complete them by joining the hydrogen atom with this carbon. So this completes your structure of propane. This structure can also be written as the first carbon which is bonded to 3 hydrogens. So I can write CH3. Then the chain comes, that is this chain, this bond comes. Then the next carbon, this is your first carbon, this is your second, and this is your third carbon. So the first carbon is CH3. So I have written CH3 as a group which is joined to your carbon number second. And carbon number second has how many substituents? How many hydrogen? 2. So you can write CH3 bonded with CH2, and at last what will come? At last you have a third carbon which is joined again with 1, 2, 3 hydrogens. So you get CH3, CH2, CH3 to be the structure of propane. And after drawing this, can you write the formula? Yes, in the formula, the general form of the formula is include the number of carbon and include the number of hydrogen. So how many total carbons you have in this structure? You have 1, 2 and 3. So you have 3 carbons, so you write C3. And how many total hydrogens you have? 3 hydrogens here. We have 3 hydrogens plus these 2 hydrogens and the remaining 3 hydrogens. So a total of 6 into 8 hydrogens you get in the structure. So the formula of propane would be C3H8. So this is the maximum type of questions which would come. That is, you have to draw, you are given propane and you are asked to draw the structure of propane. So this would be the structure of propane. I hope you have easily understood this. because we are completing 4 bonds of each carbon. For this first carbon, 1 bond is with the neighboring carbon and the remaining 3 bonds are completed with hydrogen. For the middle carbon, that is your second carbon, 2 bonds are already in attachment with these neighboring carbons, the one present below and away, and the remaining 2 bonds would be one with the above hydrogen and the next with the next hydrogen. For the third carbon, it is similar in case with the first carbon, that is 1 bond is with the previous carbon and the remaining bonds are with hydrogen. So this is the structure of propane. You can also draw the electron dot structure from this, okay? How can you draw the electron dot structure if you are asked that draw the electron dot structure, then the simple would be, you are given propane, so make 3 hydrogens, 3 carbons, okay? So if you are also asked electron dot structure, first make this structure and then go to your electron dot structure, because this method would be easier. So whatever structure you are asked, you draw first this structure. Then you make that in this bond, how many electrons are shared? I told you, if a single bond is formed, then the number of electrons shared is 2. That is 1 electron of this carbon and 1 electron of the second carbon is being shared and the bond is made. Similarly, you have each bond signifies 2 electrons. So make 2 electrons with each bond. Okay, this method would be a systematic approach and this would be quite favorable. The chances of mistakes would be very less if you draw the electron dot structure directly, comparatively. So this is what I have made 2 electrons symbolized by black dots on my bonds. By this I can see that this carbon contains how many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first carbon contains 3 valence electron with itself. Similar would be the case with all the carbons. All carbons are tetravalent in nature. So these contain 4 valence electrons. Talking about hydrogens, each hydrogen has atomic number 1, that is it contains 1 valence electron. So I am drawing the hydrogens here. So we have hydrogens besides carbon in our structure. And all these hydrogens will contain 1 valence electron. Electron of hydrogen I am representing by the blue dot. This is the 1 valence electron of hydrogen. You all know the atomic number of hydrogen is 1, yes, and the valence electron are also 1 because that single electron is treated as the valence electron. Now, if I try to complete my sharing circle, then for this hydrogen, how I'll do this? I'll include the symbol, that is H, with its originally present electron, and that this hydrogen needs 1 more electron to gain stability according to the doublet rule, which is applicable to the K shell. So this will take the nearest 1 electron, that is this electron of carbon, and become stable. Similar would be the case of all hydrogen. Talking about this hydrogen, how to complete its structure? Start your sharing circle by involving the symbol of the element and the electron originally present. And now because it requires 1 more electron, the nearest is this electron of carbon. So the sharing circle would be formed in this manner. We will not form for this hydrogen. Let's say how you do the sharing circle. Do it yourself. You will include, is this sharing circle which I am drawing is correct? Because this contains the element hydrogen, originally present electron on hydrogen and the carbon electron. But I cannot include 2 different symbols in my single circle. So this circle which I have drawn is incorrect. The correct form of sharing circle would be only the electron would be included and nothing else. So this is the correct sharing circle, that is it contains the element hydrogen with 1 originally present electron and the shared electron. In this way, I hope you can complete all the sharing circles of hydrogen. And you can show the sharing of hydrogen, and in turn all the hydrogens would get stabilized. Now you have to complete the carbon sharing circle. So how to do that? carbon originally contains 4 electrons with it, and it requires 4 other electrons. So let's say this carbon, the first carbon already contains 4 electrons, and then it will share 1 electron from the neighbors. So the sharing circle formed would be in this manner. Okay, so here also the sharing circle which we'll get is including this carbon with its 4 electrons and the 4 electrons from the neighbors. So do this, just include the neighboring electrons and not the neighboring atom, and the 1 electron from the other neighbor. 3 neighbors are hydrogen, 4th neighbor is the second carbon. So this would be our complete sharing circle involving this carbon. You can also find out whether the sharing circle which you drew is correct or not. How to do this? I'll explain roughly in this. The sharing circle should contain only the one symbol. So we have only a symbol C and nothing else. Then it should contain, according to octet or doublet rule, for carbon octet rule is followed. So we should have 8 electrons. Let's count. This is 1, then 2, 3, 4. Then these are 5. This is your 6th. This is the 7th electron, and here comes your 8. So we see that we have one symbol and we have 8 electrons. So this is appropriately correct. Similarly, can you draw the sharing circle for the next carbon? Yes, why not? You will involve this carbon, the symbol C, the 4 electrons and other 4 electrons which are from the neighbors. Which 4 electrons would be included in the sharing circle of second carbon? I know you will include this symbol and you will include these 4 electrons. But the remaining 4 electrons will come from which part? The remaining 4 electrons will come from the 4 nearest neighbors. The nearest neighbor for this carbon, if I go up, is hydrogen. So this electron I will include. If I go down, the nearest neighbor is this hydrogen, so I'll take this electron with the carbon. Now going to the right, the nearest neighbor is what? The nearest neighbor is hydrogen? No, this is the farmost neighbor. The nearest neighbor is carbon, so I'll involve the electron of carbon. And going here to the first carbon or to the left, the nearest neighbor is this carbon, so these 4 electrons would be included along with the 4 electrons of carbon. So completing the same sharing circle, we'll include the 4 neighboring electrons and we'll complete our sharing electrons. So this circle, the second circle which I drew, contains the carbon symbol C with the 4 original electrons of carbon and with the neighboring single electrons of 4 different neighbors. And for the last carbon, it would be same as the first. Include all the 3 shared electrons of hydrogen and 1 electron of carbon. So this gives you the electron dot structure for propane. This you might not be able to understand in one go, but do practice this. Either you are asked in exam to draw this. This is called electron dot structure. If you are asked in exams to draw the electron dot structure, then please directly do not make it. Make the first simple linear structure or the straight chain structure first, and then it would be easy. Then what you have to do? Put the dots on each bond. And after this, complete the sharing here and the electron dot structure. Just do not make the bonds. Okay? In this, what we do? We do not make this bond. We do not connect the electrons. Rest everything is same. So this is what you have to make when you are asked your electron dot structure. When you are asked about electron dot structure, you have to make this structure. When you are asked simply draw the structure, then also you can make this, because this will give you more preference, or this is given preference. Structure means the electron dot structure which you can make by sharing. And if you make both these structures, it is well enough. So this is what the first question which we practiced, that is drawing the electron dot structure of propane. Now propane was an alkane, so I think now it would be clear enough with you how to draw the structure of alkanes. Can you draw the normal structure? Now I will not show the electron dot structures. Just I am drawing the normal structure of our second example, that would be pentane. So from pentane, from the name itself, pent means 5 carbons, Ane again means alkane, and alkane means only single bonds would be present. Now let's draw first 5 carbons. So draw the 5 carbons, first, second, third, fourth and fifth. Because this is an alkane, join all carbons through a single bond. You know each carbon has 4 valencies or 4 hands. So make the remaining valencies. 1 valency is already present, so 3 valencies more. Moving on to the next. It has already 2 valencies, so remaining 2 would be drawn. And similarly, you will draw all the valencies of each carbon. That is, each carbon should contain 4 bonds. Remember this. Make 4 bonds for each carbon. Talking about this, have I completed the 4 bonds? 1, 2, third one above and fourth one below. So each carbon is having 4 bonds with itself. You can also remember this by a trick that the first and the last carbon would be drawn 3 valencies, okay, and the middle carbons will be drawn with only 2 valencies. But you can easily memorize that you have to complete each carbon by making 4 bonds. Now you have alkane, so you have made single bonds, you have bonded every carbon with single bonds. The remaining task is to make hydrogens. So draw all the hydrogens here, the valencies which are vacant. So now you get the structure of pentane. So this was the structure of pentane. Now I can see, I hope that you can make its electron dot structure very easily. How to do that? Put dots on every bond and then show the sharing. Let's suppose for this hydrogen I am showing, the sharing would be in this manner, and then the line or the bond would be removed. And in turn complete all the sharing circles of hydrogen. One more I will show. That is about this carbon. How to draw the sharing circle of your third carbon. Then for the third carbon, you will include this carbon, the 4 valence electrons which are originally present with carbon, and next 4 electrons of its neighbors. So the first neighbor, then comes the second, then comes the third, and then comes the fourth. So the circle would be formed in this manner. Now you can complete the circles of all. For this 4th carbon, how many electrons would be involved for 4th carbon? So the circle of 4th carbon would be like this. So this is the structure of carbon and hydrogen, and if you remove these bonds and depict the structure by the sharing circle, then you will get the electron dot structure. Remember one thing, in the electron dot structure, these bonds are not present. Only you have to show electrons through dots or through crosses you can represent them, but never include the bonds. I have just given you an idea, but when you are asked about electron dot structure, the structure should be like this. Okay, like this would be the hydrogen circle, and talking about the carbon, this would be the circle of carbon. Never show bonds, never make the bonds of valence electrons. So this is what we discussed. Now we will discuss certain structures of alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes are the compounds which contain double bond, and alkynes are the compounds which contain triple bond. So let's try to make the structure of propene and propyne simultaneously. The word prop means it has 3 carbons. How I am recognizing that prop means 3 carbons? It is very simple. You all can also do it. I have already given you a table in the previous class about the prefix and the suffix which are used. Okay? So do learn it, and then you will be able to also identify easily. Here also the prop word means 3 carbons. Okay. In both the structures, what you have 3 carbons included in your structure. The next comes, here the word is ene. Ene word comes from alkene, and alkene means where a double bond is present. Whereas in the second name you have ine. This word ine is derived from the term alkyne, and alkyne means you have a triple bond in your structure. So this is the simple way. Because we have dealt with ane, alkanes. Alkanes had single bonds, and rest all valencies or rest all the bonds we completed by attaching hydrogens. Now we have alkenes and alkynes. So what do you do? Firstly, first step is the same. Make the number of carbons you have to include in your structure. So I have made, because we have prop here, prop means 3 carbons, so I have included 3 carbons. Now next is what? If you have a double bond, then put one double bond between your first and second carbon. And if you have a triple bond, then also the rule is same. Put this triple bond between your first and your second carbon. So this is what the rule says. Okay, I think this step was easy. If you have ene here, put a double bond between first and second carbon. If you have ine, which means triple bond, put a triple bond between, this is your first carbon, this is the second carbon. I have made a triple bond between them. Now what? Next, what you have to do is, you have to complete the valencies which you did like in alkanes. So because this carbon is already bonded with 2 bonds to the next, how many valencies are remaining? Out of total of 4 valencies, 2 are already used. So you have 2 valencies which are remaining. Coming on to the next. After putting this double and triple bond, join all other with a single bond. Okay, alkene and alkyne means only one triple bond or one double bond should be included. Rest all carbons will be joined by the single bond. Now because this second carbon has 1, 2 and 3 bonds already joined, then only one bond is remaining. Coming on to the next, how many bonds should I draw for this? You see that one bond is already present, so the remaining 3 bonds are required because each carbon should be completed having 4 bonds. So this is what we got the structure. Here also, seeing the first carbon, we get that 3 bonds are already present. You have to make 4 bonds with every carbon. 3 are already present, so the remaining one would be made. Okay. Now coming on to the next carbon, how many bonds shall I make for this? Please think and answer me that how many bonds shall I make for this second carbon? Correct. No bond is required. Why so? Because for this carbon we have to make 4 bonds. 3 bonds are already present here and 1 bond is already present here. So this has a full valency of 4. So no need to draw any additional valency on this carbon. Coming on to the third carbon, you have 1 bond and then you have remaining 3 bonds with the next carbon. So the structure, required structure would be this. Now only remaining thing is you have to attach hydrogens wherever you have added your extra valencies or extra bonds. So complete the structure by drawing hydrogens, and this would give you the structure of propene and propyne. This is the structure of propyne and the above one is the structure of propene. I guess now this would be simple to draw. And if you try to make the electron dot structure, how would you do so? The electron dot structure would be, I said draw the dots everywhere. For making electron dot structure, what you put, you denote the valence electron by putting dots on every bond. So if I put the dots on every bond, what I'll get is this C, C and C. 3 carbons are there. Then what you get is, you get 4 valence electron of first carbon, 2 valence electron third and fourth of the second carbon, and here also the 4 valence electrons are arranged in this manner. Okay, you can see now, for this carbon first 2, 3, 4, all 4 electrons are arranged in this manner. Coming on to the second, the 4 electrons, 1, 2 on the left hand side, third electron on the right and 1 electron above. So what you have is 2 electrons on the left, 1 electron on the right and 1 electron above its head. And similar is the case with first. Now you draw hydrogens, 2 hydrogens for first carbon, 1 for this and 3 for this. So now drawing the hydrogens, you get this arrangement. That's why I told you, never attempt to draw electron dot structure directly in one go in the initial starting practice. First draw this linear structure which is joined with the help of bonds and then try to make this structure. Now make the valence electrons of hydrogens also. Each hydrogen carries 1 valence electron with it. So this would be the representation of valence electrons of hydrogen. Now if I draw the sharing circle, You know, for hydrogen we have practiced a lot that the sharing circle would be formed in this manner. I think now you can at least complete the sharing circle of hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom including the symbol, one electron of hydrogen and the remaining electron of neighbor. So this would be the electron sharing circle completed for hydrogen. Now for the carbon, how to make it sharing circle? This is quite simple. You have to include this carbon, okay? You have to include the carbon with its 4 valence electrons, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the remaining electrons, that is from the neighbors. First neighbor, second neighbor and the third neighbor gives you 2. So the sharing circle will be in this manner. Do not include the symbol HC here. Only include their electrons and not their symbols. So drawing the same sharing circle and I would get this result. So this would be the electron dot structure, and you can similarly complete this, I think. See, this sharing circle contains how many electrons? This sharing circle contains 4 electrons shown by black color of this carbon and the remaining 4 electrons, 1 from the hydrogen, 2 from the first carbon and the 4th from the next carbon. So this also has 8 electrons, and similarly you can draw the sharing circle for your last carbon atom. So this would give you the electron dot structure, and this is the simple structure. Now talking for the next. This is the structure. Can you write the formula of propene? Why not? The formula of propene would be C and H. How many carbons you have? 1, 2 and 3. So you have 3 carbons. How many hydrogens, total number of hydrogens you have in propene? Count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the formula would be C3H6. C3H6 is the formula of propene. Now can you give me the formula for propine? Please write the formula for propine. What would be its formula? Count the number of C, count the number of H. After counting, you will get the formulas to be C3H3. And I hope you can make the electron dot structure. I'll describe it briefly. Making these 3 electrons, then making the valence electrons as they are shown. That is, this carbon has first 3 electrons here and 1 over the head. The second carbon has 3 electrons on the left and 1 electron on its right. So 3 electrons on left, 1 on right. The next has each electron in each direction. So make 1 electron in each direction. That is left, right, top and bottom. Now coming on hydrogen, we have 1 hydrogen with 1 valence electron. Here we do not have any hydrogens. In the next we have 3 hydrogens. 1 at the top, 1 at right and 1 at bottom. This is not OH, okay, this is the electron and H. So this would be the third hydrogen. Now completing the sharing circle. Can you make the sharing circles? At least for hydrogen you should try. The sharing circle would comprise 1 electron of hydrogen shared with 1 electron of carbon. In turn, you can complete all the electronic configuration of at least hydrogen, and then coming on to the carbon. Carbon included with its 4 electrons, and the remaining electrons would be 3 from this neighbor and 1 from this neighbor. So this would be the representation of electron dot structure, and for this the representation would be just simple. 3 electrons shared from the previous carbon and 1 electron shared from the next carbon. So this would be the electron dot structure, formulas, the general structure, all about this propene and propyne. Now I hope you have understood this. If you have understood, please draw the structure of hexane, hexene and hexyne. I want you to draw their electron dot structure. How can you draw the electron dot structure of hexane, hexene and hexyne? So for hexane you will involve 6 carbon, and every carbon would be joined by a single bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything joined by a single bond, and then complete their valencies. For this carbon, 1 is already done, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon, first and second are done, then third and fourth. For the next also, 1 and 2 are done, so 3 and 4. And likewise join the hydrogens. So complete this structure, it is very easy. Now coming on to the hexene and hexyne. Hex means you have 6 carbons here. So draw 6 carbons, first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Now because it contains a suffix "ene", and "ene" means alkene, which means double bond. I told you where to put this double bond. Always put this double bond between first and second carbon. So put a double bond here. Next I told you after putting one double bond, you will put remaining single bonds. Okay? Do not put double bond more. Alkene means only one double bond should be made between carbon 1 and carbon 2. Now complete all the valencies with hydrogen. For the first carbon you have already 2 valencies, so remaining 2 would be made. For the next, 1, 2 and 3 bonds are present, so it has only just 1 bond. For the next you have 1 and 2 bonds, so the remaining 2 bonds would be made. We are making 4 bonds for each carbon. That's our aim. Let's suppose for this carbon, how many bonds will you make now more? This carbon has 2 bonds. Total 4 bonds are required. 2 are already present, so remaining 2 will be made. Okay? Now complete every remaining bond which you made with hydrogens. So you have to complete this structure. Okay? These are your homework tasks. I am just giving you an hint. Now comes hexyne. Hexyne also, hex means you have to make the 6 carbon. After drawing 6 carbons, you have the word "ine" here. Ine signifies the presence of triple bond in your compound, and triple bond or double bond is always made between first and second carbon. So make a triple bond within this. Now complete or join all the carbons with single bonds. So now I am joining the remaining carbon with my single bonds. Now complete the valencies, that is complete each carbon with 4 valency. The first carbon has 3 valencies already, so you make the remaining one. The second carbon has 1, 2, 3 and 4. 3 valencies backwards and 1 valency forward. So it already has 4 valencies completed, no need to draw any other valency. Coming on to the third, how many valency will you draw for this carbon? This third carbon has 2 valencies already. Because we have to make each carbon with 4 valencies, so I have to put 2 more valencies. And similarly you can draw for this. How many valencies will you draw for carbon number last, carbon number 6th? So because this carbon is having 1 valency drawn, and to make it 4 we have to draw 3 more. This is the hint. And what do you do at last? At last, whatever you drew, the valencies which you drew, complete them by putting an H. Okay? So this is half of the work I have done to make their structures. Now I want after this you to practice the electron dot structure. How you will do the electron dot structure now? On every bonds you will put dots which will symbolize electrons, and then you will make the sharing circle. Complete the sharing circle. The sharing circle for hydrogen should contain 2 electrons with the symbol H in this manner. And the sharing circle of each carbon should contain 1 symbol C with 8 electrons. Okay? How you will draw the 8 electrons? Try this. Keep drawing 8 electrons of each sharing circle of carbon and completing the sharing circle of hydrogens also. So this, I want you to do the electron dot structure, and with this I want you to make the formula of the compound. How to make the formulas of the compound. Now I hope this topic is clear, that how, if you are given the name, then how to draw the structures from that given names. Now one short concept is there, that if I draw the structure, you have to, first I was writing the names, that hexane, propyne, butane, draw the structures. But now if you are given, draw the structure of C5H12. So the first thing is you have to find whether the given compound is alkane, alkene or alkyne. How you will find this? If you find this, then the question will become similar to the previous question, because what you require to draw structures, you require that how many carbons are present. So here it is directly written C5. That means you have 5 carbons. Okay, I think this is clear. And if you identify that the given compound is alkane, alkene or alkyne, then you can make the structure very easily. So how to identify from the given formula that whether the compound is alkane, alkene or alkyne? So we have some general formula for this. For alkane, we have a formula CnH2n plus 2. For alkene, the formula is CnH2n. And for alkyne, the formula is CnH2n minus 2. So these are the general formula. You can also be asked in exam. Please, if you have seen the previous video where I discussed the types of hydrocarbons in a tabular form, where we discussed difference between alkane, alkene and alkyne, there include this point that the general formulas of alkane, alkene and alkyne are these respectively. Now I'll tell you how to solve this. If in the question you can identify the number of carbons, C5 means 5 carbons. How to know that whether it is alkane, alkene or alkyne? By knowing this general formula. So firstly, if I solve for alkane, the formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2. In place of n, what we are given in the question? C5. Cn means C5. So n here is equal to what? N is equal to 5. Now put this value I have found from the question. Easy? This you have to find the value of n would be given in the question. That is the number written after C. C5 means n is 5. Now put this C5 value in this form. That is H2n plus 2. Put the value of n equals to 5 in this. What you will get? You will get H2 into 5 plus 2. I am putting 5 in place of 2. So you get 2 into 5 plus 2. 2 into 5 gives you 10 and 10 plus 2 would be 12. So you get H12. Then see in the question that what is given after H. If the answer which you get for hydrogen is same what is asked in the question, this means this compound is following the formula CnH2n plus 2, and so this compound is what? Alkane. So if you are given this C5H12, it means this is an alkane of 5 carbons, and alkane of 5 carbon is called pentane. So you can see that you have to draw the structure of pentane. Now discussing one last example. If you have C4, and let's suppose I take 6, C4H6. Can you tell me how to draw its structure, or what is this? You can tell from the formula that you have 4 carbons with you. C4 means 4 carbons. Now you have to decide either it is alkane, alkene or alkyne. So what will be the value of N? N is the number written after carbon. So N here is 4. Now put N equals to 4 in the first formula. This is CnH2n. If I put N equals to 4, then H would be 2 into 2 plus 2. I am putting this N to be 4. Okay, so what I get? 4 2s are 8 plus 2 10. I get H10. क्या formula में H equals to 10 is written? No. So it is not an alkane. Now put N equals to 4 in the formula of alkenes. Okay. So putting N equals to 4, 2N means 2 into 4. Then the number of hydrogen should be 8. But in the formula we do not have H equals to 8. This means this is not an alkene also. The last we are left with the formula of alkyne. Cn means N is 4 here. Put the value of H 2N plus 2. Putting N equals to 4, we get 2 into 4 minus 2. 4 into 2 is 8 and 8 minus 2 is 6. So yes, we have H6 here. This means this is a 4 carbon compound and this is alkyne. For 4 carbons, the prefix which we use is but. Okay, and alkyne ka suffix we use ine. So now you can make the formula or the structure, that is you make 4 carbons, ine means you put a triple bond and remaining with single bonds. So you will get a perfect structure and then you can make the electron dot structure also very easily, I hope. So this was the general formula of alkane, alkene and alkyne. ये आएगा कब काम, जब you will be given that draw the structure of C5H12 or any this numerical structure. Carbons you will get to know by knowing this. C5 means 5 carbons, C4 means 4 carbons. But how to decide that it is alkane, alkene or alkyne? By knowing that, by putting the value of N. N is the number of carbons. Put the value of N, solve the value of hydrogen and then see which formula is applicable for the given question. So you can decide either it is alkane, alkene or alkyne. So this is, I think, more enough for today. Now we'll be joining on the next class and it would be about allotropes of carbon. It is a theoretical topic. I'll be providing the maximum number of points for the allotropes. Then you are left with isomers and homologous series. So this would complete your chapter. Thank you for joining the class today.